Yo, my name is Wee, and in this video, I'm about to actually break down fxalexg's whole funnel and how he's doing over 500k a month with his info product, his program, in just kind of 2 steps. And yeah, I'm gonna break down it all and drop you guys all exactly what he's doing. So the 2 steps, what Alex G does is he gets the traffic, and once he gets all that eyeball and traffic, he then funnels that traffic into his funnel slash offer. So let's get right into it, shall we? So let's first break down his Instagram. So you see here on Alex's Instagram, a lot of followers, over 700k. And yeah, let's kind of break down the story highlights that Alex has going on. So from what I can see, he has a mix of a lot of lifestyle, just showing up his life, flexing and going to the places and countries he's traveled to. And he has a lot of solid authority posts. Specifically, as you guys can see right here, the $100. And what that $100 is it's a challenge he did where he went from he started with $100 trading and built his way up all the way to $1 million. So honestly, that's as much authority you can really do, since he's showing that all live on his program. He's showing that in live time, and it shows all the results right there. And last thing I noticed is he has this story highlight called the G, which is a new challenge he's creating, which is going to be pretty big. It's basically where he's taking a stranger from right here to making their first $3,000 in trading in under just 30 days. So that's going to help a lot with his authority as well, and probably go crazy on his conversions and getting people to buy his product once this challenge finishes. Now then, let's kind of break down what kind of content Alex posts. So one thing I really noticed is Alex doesn't actually post too frequently on his main IG account, but when he does post, he's mainly ore farming. And what I mean by him ore farming, he's mainly posting a lot of just lifestyle posts. As you see here, he got his Porsche right here. He has, oh snap, he has a GTR right here, imported from Japan as well. So honestly, a helicopter, pink Bugatti. So he has like crazy lifestyle posts, just ore farming. But he does also have besides just those kind of posts, he also has a couple posts that really increases his authority. As you see, this post right here shows him trading, and it's actually his $100 to $1 million challenge post right here, same as this one right here. So a couple of those posts does show him completing the challenge, things like that, which is going to help with his authority in general, but it's mainly just lifestyle kind of posts. So yeah, from what I noticed, he doesn't really sell anything on his Instagram, content specifically. He's just, showing his life and just flexing his life, or farming, just being a top G kind of thing. Now then, he does have a secondary account called Swing Trading Lab, his alt account. It's basically an account with just him posting a lot of clips for, podcasts he's in, things like that. And yeah, so this account is actually more targeted towards the trading space. He has a lot more trading content on this account itself. And what I've also noticed is that he has a lot of clipping accounts in general. As you can see here, he's following quite a few clipping accounts that are, just clipping his content and, pushing his brand out and getting more eyeballs on his, brand. Yeah, which is, honestly really good, especially, in 2025, clipping is like the game now. Everyone, you get eyeballs from clips, and it's so cheap too. So it's good that he's really leveraging this. But yeah, that's what he's doing on Instagram. Now let's kind of break down YouTube and what Alex is doing on YouTube. So YouTube is going to be, where your most nurtured leads are. And yeah, Alex is also really big on YouTube, nearly 700k subscribers, and his posts are getting pretty consistent views of over like anywhere from like 160 to like 300k views. And yeah, let's kind of break down kind of Alex's YouTube strategy. So what he does a lot of his content, what he's really known for, is his journey, his basically come up story. You see, people like a hero's journey. I'm sure you've seen, people like someone going from rags to riches, and that's exactly what Alex really emphasizes on. He actually started working at Dunkin' Donuts, and he invested like $100. I think it was $100 or $200 investment, which ended up over a span of many years to becoming over $50 million in his trading. And yeah, that's one of his main things he prioritizes on his YouTube, or he leverages a lot. He also does a lot of live trading documentation, just sharing his real results and showing you how to, kind of copy what he does. I see this video right here. And I think, yeah, this one right here as well. Next thing what he also does, yeah, as you guys know already, yeah, he does a lot of lifestyle and motivation content, just featuring like, luxury cars, as you see here, a lot of Bugattis right here. And he also, he just recently got a private jet, which is crazy, pretty lit. Flexing that. Aura farming, also has his hashtag set and forget, which is a strategy that he basically uses as his main kind of selling point. So yeah, those are kind of his main content pillars. As for his thumbnails, we can see right here, he really uses a mix of just showing his face, as you see here, on most of his videos. He shows his face, has some sort of like, you know, mix of luxury lifestyle. We see the jet here, we see him living the Miami lifestyle, we see Bugattis. So he does a mix of that, and then he also does a mix of actually, you know, trading elements, as we can see here, the charts, just trading elements, teaching trading as well. So he does a mix of both content, which is really good. Now then, let's kind of go into the kind of personality Alex is like on his YouTube channel, or just his public, or yeah, public image or personal brand or whatever. So yeah, he really shares an authentic trading experience, you know, including, you know, major wins he's gotten, and he's very transparent about his losses as well, which is really good. People, you know, a lot of people only post their wins, but a lot of people, very few actually show the losses as well, which is what he does. And yeah, he comes off as a very relatable kind of guy, as you know, his come up story from Dunkin' Donuts to where he is now. And yeah, he basically, how he frames his personality is showing people he's like the mentor he wish he had when starting off. And yeah, it makes people really connect with him and they genuinely you know, really like him. And then lastly, the kind of audience he really connects to is more young aspiring traders, and he built a lot of his credibility through documented real trades and results. And yeah, now so in his videos, his link in the description usually go like this. His main his main offer, main call to action is, if you want to turn trading into your biggest source of income this year, click here. And that's basically his funnel. He basically, people click on that link and will go onto, you know, his landing page. And then he also has a affiliate link to his broker right here. And yeah, besides that, everything else is pretty much the same. He talks about his socials, and then just kind of like a summary of what the video is about in each of his YouTube link in description. Now then, so I just broke down how he gets traffic. We just broke down his Instagram and his YouTube, how it all works. Now let's break down exactly how he actually funnels his traffic, and kind of where he leads them, his audience to you know, actually buy his stuff. So for his funnel, as you see here on that link, that's swingtradinglab.com, they get redirected to this page right here. And yeah, let's kind of break it down. So this landing page he has right here, you can see here the headline is, if you want to turn trading to your biggest source of income this year, watch this video so you can see. This headline is really targeting his audience goals, like who doesn't want to turn, you know, trading into their, you know, biggest source of income, especially in 2025 this year. And then what really I see pop out is he has this little mini headline right here, 20 million. Yeah, his strategy that's generated over $20 million in just 4 years. This will really increase his authority heavily and just get more people really hooked in and watching this whole video right here. Now then, let's kind of break down the VSL. So the VSL isn't too long, and yeah, how he does it, he hooks his audience by breaking down his backstory. Again, he talks about his journey from working at Dunkin' Donuts to, you know, getting millions, achieving millions in trading success. And yeah, primarily in his VSL, what he focuses on is like the goals that his ICP has, and kind of what kind of goals they want to achieve. And he focuses heavily also on his hashtag set and forget strategy, which is what he kind of is known for, is his set and forget strategy. And basically, if you guys aren't traders and don't know what that means, it means you basically place a trade and then you can forget about it. And how you're able to forget about it is you can place kind of something called a stop loss, which basically once price hits or goes down to a certain point, it'll automatically sell for you and things like that. Or once price hits a certain price, it'll automatically sell for you. So that's kind of how his set and forget strategy works. And yeah, that really, you know, a lot of people like that because, you know, they want to kind of have trading as like maybe a side income kind of thing, where they can kind of place a trade and kind of forget about it and, you know, do other things in their life, such as work a job or whatever it is. And that kind of gives them like a little side income, which they hope eventually becomes like their main income as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole VSL, breaking it down, and it's just, you know, focusing on that strategy being like the best kind of strategy to make money in 2025. And yeah, after the VSL is over, he basically gives a call to action to, you know, join the Swing Trading Lab. And yeah, he has so much authority, so much aura. So yeah, you can see right here, if they, you know, buy or join Swing Trading Lab, they basically get a trade with him and learn everything from, you know, Alex, and, you know, he can basically be their mentor. So, you know, if I watched pretty much all of his content, seen all his lifestyle stuff, seen his trade results, and seeing his come up story, who wouldn't want, you know, Alex, who I would want him to be my mentor as well. So yeah, going down more of his funnel. So you scroll down, he breaks down a lot of his results he's gotten himself. So yeah, just more aura farming kind of results, increasing his authority and increasing his perception. So yeah, he's done, like as you see here, 14 mil in the last 4 years. People in the Swing Trading Lab generate over 3 mil and things like that. Just, you know, a lot of flexing, things like that. And then yeah, going down his page, we have another little section where he's targeting his ICP's main pain points and goals. As you can see here, this is a goal right here. If you would like to stop depending on your current job to make money, that's a goal a lot of people want. They basically want to quit their 9-to-5 job. If you would like to be the owner of your time and be able to use it as you wish, time freedom right here. People, want to be, have that time freedom. And lastly, if you want to, be able to travel the world and not, be stuck in one place for your income, that location freedom. So he's literally targeting, the three main kind of goals people have, which is location freedom, time freedom, just, money, just making money. And then going down his funnel, he has more case study videos, just increasing his authority, actual, success videos, things like that, with interviews with, I'm guessing, his students and people that join his program. So yeah, he has quite a few of those as well. And then going down the page, he kind of just shows specifically what they'll get inside the academy. And yeah, they'll get, his full set and forget strategy. They'll get Sunday live weekly calls and a community and things like that. And lastly is the most frequently asked questions. He has a little section for that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole landing page. So once you actually click and you're interested in buying or whatever, you get redirected to this page right here. And it's basically an annual subscription for $1,560 for, the swing trading lab kind of offer. So if you didn't notice, he only has an offer for annually. He doesn't have people can't pay monthly or 3 months or things like that. It's just like a not one-time payment, but one payment per year kind of thing. And I see why he does that is probably if he went, with a monthly kind of offer where they would charge per month, the churn rate would probably be high. So he's trying to maximize LTV, which is basically lifetime value of someone. So let's say if he only charged $99, $100 or something for this. Maybe it's down the line, 3 or 4 months in, someone might leave the program. So he actually only made $300, $400 from someone, where compared to someone else that they paid, this price of $1,560, their LTV is a lot higher than that other person that I was just talking about. But yeah, that's basically Alex's whole funnel. It's overall, based on his funnel, it's pretty solid. He definitely has, all the results, all the aura, all that good stuff to, really convert a good amount of people or his audience, because of all that authority he has. But however, I do want to break down some tweaks if I were Alex to make to really maximize his revenue. So let's break down the kind of tweaks if I were Alex I would make. So one thing I really noticed, the main thing is he's burning a lot of leads with his current funnel. As you can see, he just sends people to the swing trading lab, and if they're interested, they click on the join trading lab. But he's actually not nowhere in his funnel is he collecting people's emails, contact information, and things like that to retarget them. They just if they're interested, they'll get, and they click on the join swing trading lab, they'll get just redirected to kind of the checkout page. So if I were him, I would either create a different kind of funnel or landing page where it would be a free training kind of opt-in page for this kind of offer, but they would just watch a free training first, that same VSL, but they would basically enter their contact information before being able to watch the actual video, or just have an opt-in page before the actual sales page instead. So that way he can collect that information, and let's say they don't buy for whatever reason, we can retarget them. Because once you get that contact information like name and email, you can then put them onto some really high engaging nurturing email sequence. It could be like a 7-10 day email sequence, just giving lots of value, things like that, nurturing them, and then giving them a call to action throughout that sequence to actually buy the offer, maybe give them a little discount, things like that, so you're maximizing revenue. And also with emails and SMS, if you place a setter in his team, what they can do is start conversation with these people via emails or SMS. And yeah, they can have a setting script, things like that. You can train those setters to convert those conversations into actual people buying the offer. So that would also increase his revenue as well. The next thing I would also do is have some sort of free community, whether through WAP or having a free community through Discord. That way, the really importance of doing this is he's able to send all his audience into his own ecosystem all in one place. And once he gets them into the ecosystem or community, he can give them lots of value, nurture them. For examples of how he can give value, be giving free trading assets or guides, and maybe a weekly live trading session for free with everyone in the Discord or group. Even send trading recordings, exclusive trading recordings from him. And yeah, why you want to do all that, value nurturing is that because you're giving so much free value, you're building up a lot of goodwill. And what that does is going to increase his conversions. So whenever he, maybe promotes the offer or something inside the community, a lot more people are going to take action and buy because, they've gotten so much free value from him already, and they're more likely to buy. And you got to think of this, if they're getting if you are someone getting a lot of free valuable that's actually valuable to you and helping you make money or whatever, since it's a trading offer, you would imagine like, wow, if I'm already getting this much free value, if I paid for whatever his offer is, you can't imagine what kind of value you get even more, like a really crazier, kind of value. It's like getting like a sneak peek, like a little taste of it before the action, kind of thing. And yeah, lastly, what I would also do is, if I were Alex, I would have some sort of high ticket offer in his back end that targets a specific ICP of traders. Since he probably already has, hundreds to maybe even thousands of people in his current offer, it'd be really easy upselling them or ascending them onto a high ticket offer. That's some sort of like mentorship or coaching program, and he could price that anywhere from 3 to 12K for that, and really explode his revenue and do even crazier numbers. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the videos. Those are the tweaks I would make. That's his whole funnel, and Instagram and YouTube is how he mainly gets his traffic. And yeah, that's basically how fxalexg is able to do over 500K a month with his info products in just these 2 steps. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys liked the video, if you guys found it valuable, make sure to like. Feel free to comment if you have any or make kind of content you would want me to make, things like that. And yeah, as anyways, see you guys in the next one.